First up, Beanie Bishop. Questions for Beanie?
So Beanie, your reaction, you start seeing the All-American honors pop up for you, all the others. What's your reaction? What's your emotion?
I mean, it's a big accomplishment. It's 130 something teams. Each team has like 100 players, and I don't know how big the All American rosters are, but just to be on those teams, it's just like the elite of the elite guys. And I think it's a big accomplishment not only for me, but the school. Just other guys, being able to see that you can do it, and you don't have to do it by being on social media and doing all of those things. You don't have to be a social media guy. You can, just put your head down and work. And everybody's path is different. 6-year, and there was a lot of 6-year guys on there and whatnot, but started at a small school. Under-recruited, small kid. A lot of coaches didn't really believe in me coming out of high school. And I just played with a chip on my shoulder. I just been blessed by God, and just keeping my head down and working.
So when you decided to transfer last year, what were your individual goals? Was something like this even on the radar at that point?
I kind of kept the things to myself, like the individual accomplishment. I wanna win first. Winning. When you win, all the other accolades and things like that will come in. But I wanted to be in a Jim Thorpe category. Wanted to be one of those finalists. Things didn't work out that way because I left a lot of plays out there. I think. I catch at least half of the ones that I drop. It wouldn't even be I'd probably be sitting here with y'all with the trophy, So, just things like that.
There's only 13 consensus All-Americans in the history of the school, 130 years, however many thousands of players that have been through here. You would be the first one to come through the transfer portal to do that. And you didn't have years of momentum to promote you. You basically did it in 1 year. What's that say for what you've done this year?
It just speaks volume. Everyone here believed in me. Unless I wouldn't be here. Coach Adon, he coached me real hard. Didn't let me get complacent. Even when I got the Big 12 co-newcomer of the week and defensive player of the week and those things, and it was always like 4th and 1. Don't let up. Because I'm nowhere near where I want to be at. Obviously, I have dreams and aspirations of playing in the NFL. So this is only some of it. I'm just gonna keep getting better from here and keep my head down and working.
What does it mean to you to accept the invite to the Shrine Bowl, annual, pretty major event, and generally when you go to one of those, that or the Senior Bowl, you're getting legitimate looks at the NFL, obviously.
I think it's a big deal. We had a few guys from here go last year, and Dante. He's doing Dante Darius, whichever one it is. Yeah. Dante. He's successful in NFL. He's doing a good job and things like that. So, and it's a lot of guys that doesn't get the opportunity, and just to be able to be one of those guys that has the opportunity to, talk to scouts and get looked at, it only increases my chances to get drafted.
What was it like having the player that came out this year inside you all that time and not really being able to tap into it yet?
Can you repeat the question?
Yeah, sure. What was it like having the player that you became this year inside you for 5 years and not having it all be able to come out? Was it frustrating, or was it?
It's just one of those things that I look at as, everybody's path is different. I have a few friends that's in the NFL. Some guys win in 3 years, some guys win in 4. Mine it's just taking me a little longer. You know, I don't really try to compare myself to other guys and things like that. So just being able to be myself and, you know, let my game speak, it shows volumes, you know, that this is just what I could have been doing, but granted, I just didn't have the opportunity.
Isn't it amazing how much a difference a year can make? This time last year, you're at your point where you're thinking, well, what am I going to do? Am I going to stay at Minnesota? Am I going to move on? Whatever. Ultimately, you made the decision, whatever it was in the springtime or whatnot. Mm-hmm. And then this time right now, you're a consensus All-American. Your prospects are completely different than they were this time last year.
Yeah, for sure. You know, and that just goes to show you, like, I wasn't really, you know, I came on a mission, you know. I told guys, you know, some guys leave schools to get money, to do all of those different things, and I just set a goal that I want to go to the NFL. You know, I want to go somewhere where I'll have the opportunity to play and, you know, make plays, and this was the best spot for me, you know, and I'm glad that I chose West Virginia. The fans, the coaches, and things like that, it just, you know, it helped me a lot.
Is it hard not to sit with any regret, wishing maybe you didn't transfer here instead of Minnesota a year and play 2 years here?
Yeah, a little bit, you know.
There were rumors they were even looking at you at that point.
Yeah, you know, and I kind of give Coach Anand hell about it a little bit. From the first time when I was in the portal, you know, I talked to him a lot about it. Like, man, what if, you know, but can't really dwell on the past too much. But that would have been special.
Tough of an assignment this coming game for the bowl game. How tough is this going to be? Obviously, their quarterback's out. One of the receivers is out. So what do you know of North Carolina's offense? How difficult is this going to be?
They have a freshman starting at quarterback. Pretty good quarterback. You know, we watched him a little bit. He didn't really have too many plays this year. So we kind of had to watch a little bit of his high school highlights. Guy can run, you know, so they might change the game plan up a little bit, you know, to try to get him in rhythm, let him use his legs a little bit and things like that. And, you know, they have talented guys at receiver, pretty productive room, tight ends as well. So, you know, they have guys on scholarship too, you know, so, and been having like top recruiting classes over the past few years. So it's gonna be a, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna be a good game.
I assume you've been to bowl games before in all these years. So what's a bowl game like, especially when you're talking to the younger guys and saying, how's this different in a regular season game? You know, how enjoyable is this for players?
You know, you want to have fun, but the ultimate goal is to win the game. You know, no one. Coach says the NCAA gives you the opportunity to win your last game. You know, you don't have to go out with a loss. So tell those guys, you know, have fun when it's time to have fun. But at the end of the day, it's really a business trip because you want to bring a trophy back, and we kind of want to see Coach Brown get doused in mayonnaise.
And just, I guess, to clarify, just to get this out of the way, you're definitely looking to play in the bowl game?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you know, that's one of the things everybody's asking me that. You know, I'm not one of those guys that's, oh, what if this happens? You know, we play football, so any given time, you know, you can get hurt or whatever that is, the case may be. But, you know, I'm a competitor, and, you know, I want to be able to come back and look at the Duke's Mayonnaise Bowl trophy, you know, whenever I come back, you know, whether that's in a couple months or a couple years or whatever that is. And, you know, I want to help us win the game.
Beanie, all the stats this year for you, I think you played like 95% of the snaps. That's a crazy number. Do you ever foresee something like that? Never mind pass breakups, interceptions, but just never coming off the field.
No, but it was something that, you know, to get to the next level, I have to, you know, be on the field and be available. And you can't make plays if you're on the sideline, you know. So I didn't really mind. As long as I'm healthy, I want to play football, you know. So I wasn't really disappointed. I wasn't mad, you know. I was happy to be out there. 95% of the snaps is crazy, but, you know, that's what I came here for, the opportunity to play. You know, because last year I don't know how many percent of the snaps that I played. So, you know, I was grateful.
And then I think like 2 guys got targeted more than you, a cornerback this year. How does that happen? Like you were pretty good at this, and guys kept taking their chances on you still for some reason.
You know, and I was just talking to one of the guys too about this. Planning the boundaries, shorter throws, and also offensive coordinators. They like we like our guy over that guy. So that's where I feel like a lot of that's where a lot of those targets come from. Majority of the receivers are bigger guys than I am, but you know it doesn't really matter. And just the coaches just believe in their guy. Right? You know, I go out there and show them that that's not a good decision.
Beanie, what are you most proud of about this year?
I'm just proud of the team. You know, coming in preseason, 14. We don't think they're going to win more than 2 or 3 games, and you know we easily could have been a 10-win team. You know, we dropped the Houston game. Had mistakes in Oklahoma State. You know that's the difference from 8 and 10 wins. So it just seeing the guys how we played together and complimented each other, especially towards the end of the season where defense and offense and special teams is all playing like as a cohesive unit.
What was the reaction at home, family wise, and when they heard that you were making All-American teams and stuff like that?
I don't know if they understand like the difference between the things. Obviously they're proud of me with all the accolades and things that I get. And they're more excited because they feel that I don't really get recognized as I should, but I don't really care about that. I'm more focused on winning football games.
People around town here reacting differently to you?
Oh yeah, I'm kind of getting a little more noticed in stores and things like that. I had a kid come up and tell me I was his favorite player while I was shopping at Target. So, that was kind of new to me. Yeah, I kind of like getting white T-shirts and black T-shirts and things like that. Do a little grocery shopping.
Okay, anything else? All right, thank you very much.
Thank you all.